Maya was a young woman who lived in a small town. She was full of dreams and hopes like any other person her age. But Maya faced a big challenge every day. She was born with legs that didn't work properly, and as she grew up, it became harder and harder for her to walk. Eventually, she couldn't walk at all. She had to use crutches or a wheelchair to move around. This made many things difficult for her, like going to school, visiting friends, or even just moving around her home. Maya's family was poor. They didn't have enough money to pay for good medical care or special machines that could help her walk. The kind of mechanical legs that could replace her damaged ones were very expensive. Only a few people in her town had something like that, and they were very lucky or very rich. For Maya, it was just a dream, far away. Every day, Maya looked at other children running and playing outside. She wished she could join them, run, jump, and feel free. But her body would not let her. She felt trapped and alone. People in her town often looked at her with pity or avoided her because they didn't understand her. This made her feel even more lonely. One day, Maya was sitting alone in her small room, thinking hard. She felt tired of waiting for a miracle that might never come. She knew the mechanical legs could change her life completely, but she also knew she couldn't pay for them. Then, a thought came to her mind. A thought that scared her but also seemed like the only option left. Maya thought she could offer her body to someone in exchange for the mechanical legs. She believed that if she gave herself away, someone might help her get what she needed. It was not an easy decision, but the pain and hopelessness pushed her toward it. She felt like she had no other choice. She started to look for someone who might accept her offer. It was not easy because she felt scared and ashamed inside. She didn't want to be treated like a thing or a possession. She wanted to be respected as a person, but the need to walk again was stronger than her fear. Maya finally met a man named Daniel. He was a mechanic in the town, known for fixing things and helping people when they were in trouble. She told him her story, her pain, and her plan. She told him she was ready to trade her body for the mechanical legs she needed so badly. Daniel listened quietly. When Maya finished, he looked at her with deep kindness in his eyes. Instead of being angry or judging her, he felt sad for what she was going through. But he said something that surprised Maya very much. He told her, "You're not for sale." These simple words changed everything. Daniel didn't see her as someone to buy or sell. He saw her as a brave young woman who deserved help, respect, and kindness. He told her he would try to help her in a better way, without asking for anything. In return, Maya felt a strange feeling inside, hope. For the first time in a long time, she felt that maybe she didn't have to lose herself to get what she wanted. Maybe there was a better way. That day was the start of a new journey for Maya. It was not going to be easy, but with Daniel's support, she started to believe in a future where she could walk again, not because she gave herself away, but because people cared and helped her with respect. After Maya shared her difficult story and her desperate offer with Daniel, something changed between them. Daniel was not just a mechanic, he was a kind man who believed in helping others. When he heard Maya say she wanted to trade her body for mechanical legs, his heart filled with sadness. He knew that Maya did not deserve to be treated like a thing or a bargain. She was a person full of courage and dreams, and she deserved respect. Daniel gently told Maya, "You don't have to do this. You are not for sale." These words made Maya feel surprised and a little confused. She had expected anger or rejection, but Daniel's kindness was different. It was like a warm light in a dark room. Daniel decided to help Maya in the best way he could. First, he asked her to tell him more about her life, what she dreamed about, what scared her, and what made her happy. Maya shared everything honestly. She told him how she wanted to stand and walk by herself one day, how she wished to feel free again. Daniel listened carefully. He understood that Maya's pain was not just physical, but also deep inside her heart. She needed hope, support, and a way forward. So he promised her that he would try to find a better solution, one that would not cost Maya her dignity. Daniel knew that the mechanical legs Maya needed were very expensive, but he also knew that sometimes help comes from unexpected places. He began to think about who might be able to assist Maya. Maybe there were charities or organizations that helped people with disabilities. Maybe the community could come together to support her. For the next few days, Daniel spent much of his time visiting local offices, talking to people, and making calls. He explained Maya's situation and asked if anyone could help. At first, many people said no or didn't know what to do. Some thought that helping would be too difficult or expensive. But Daniel didn't give up. Meanwhile, Maya waited anxiously. She felt nervous, but also hopeful. Daniel's kindness gave her courage she hadn't felt before. She started to believe that maybe her life could change not by giving herself away, but by standing strong and asking for help. During this time, Daniel also began teaching Maya small things. He helped her strengthen the muscles she still had and taught her simple exercises. He told her that her body was strong and capable, even if it didn't feel like it right now. Maya worked hard every day, wanting to prepare herself for the day she could walk again. As days passed, more people in the town started hearing about Maya's story. Some were moved by her courage and Daniel's kindness. Slowly, a few neighbors came forward to offer small donations or help in any way they could. It wasn't a lot, but it was a start. One day, Daniel took Maya to a community center where they held a small meeting. He introduced her and told her story to the group. The people listened quietly, then began to talk about ways they could support Maya. Ideas came up about fundraising, reaching out to medical experts, and spreading awareness. Maya felt overwhelmed with emotion. She had never imagined that so many people would care. She realized that she was not alone anymore. With Daniel and the community beside her, she felt a new kind of strength. Despite the challenges, Maya continued to smile and work hard. She didn't want to lose hope. Daniel stayed by her side every step of the way, reminding her that she was not for sale and never would be. Their journey was just beginning, but already Maya knew she was moving toward a better future. A future where she could walk with dignity and live her life fully, not because she gave herself away, but because people believed in her. Maya and Daniel continued their journey together, working hard to find a way for Maya to get mechanical legs. It was not easy. Every day they faced problems and obstacles, but they did not give up. Maya's hope grew stronger with each small step they took. Daniel helped Maya reach out to many places. They wrote letters, made phone calls, and talked to people who might be able to help. Sometimes they felt tired and sad because the answers were often no or we can't help. But they kept trying because they believed in Maya's dream. The community around them slowly started to understand Maya's situation better. Some people began to help by sharing her story with friends and family. Others gave small donations, which added up little by little. Maya felt thankful for every kind word and every small help she received. It showed her that people cared, and that gave her courage. Maya worked hard to take care of herself. Even though she could not walk yet, she wanted to be strong and healthy. Daniel taught her exercises to keep her muscles moving. Maya practiced every day, sometimes feeling tired, but she never gave up. She wanted to be ready for the day when she could wear mechanical legs and walk again. Sometimes Maya felt lonely. The road ahead was long and waiting was hard. But Daniel was always there to listen and encourage her. He reminded her that she was brave and strong, and that her worth was never tied to her body or what she could or couldn't do. These words gave Maya hope and made her feel proud of herself. One day, Daniel found a small charity that helped people with disabilities. The charity sometimes gave prosthetic legs to those who could not afford them. Daniel and Maya sent an application and waited with hope. After some time, they got good news. The charity was interested in helping Maya. This news brought joy and excitement. Maya could hardly believe it. But they also knew that there would be more steps to take. They had to raise some money to cover transportation and other costs. So Maya and Daniel started a fundraiser in the town. They told everyone about Maya's story and asked for support. The town's people responded with kindness. Some gave money, some helped organize events, and others spread the word online. Maya felt the warmth of the community's love. She realized that no one was truly alone when others cared deeply. Through all this, Maya's spirit grew stronger. She was learning that asking for help was not a weakness, but a sign of courage. And Daniel's belief in her made her believe in herself too. She dreamed of the day when she would take her first steps on mechanical legs, not as a person for sale, but as a person who had fought and won her own freedom. This part of their journey was about more than just mechanical legs. It was about dignity, hope, and the power of kindness. Maya and Daniel knew there would still be challenges ahead, but they were ready to face them together. After many weeks of waiting and working hard, Maya and Daniel finally received some wonderful news. The charity they had applied to was ready to help Maya get the mechanical legs she had dreamed of for so long. The charity had heard Maya's story, seen her courage, and believed in her strength. They decided to provide her with the prosthetic legs at very little cost, almost free. Maya was overjoyed. She could hardly believe that the day was coming when she would stand and walk again. But she also knew that this was just the beginning of a new challenge. The mechanical legs were complex and would need careful fitting and training. Maya and Daniel prepared themselves for the next steps. First, Maya had to travel to a city where the experts who made the mechanical legs worked. It was a big journey for someone who couldn't walk and had little money, but the community's support helped them arrange the trip. Some neighbors offered to drive them, while others gave money for food and the journey's costs. When Maya arrived at the clinic, she met the team of doctors, engineers, and therapists who would help her. They examined her carefully and explained how the mechanical legs worked. Maya listened carefully, feeling both nervous and excited. The team promised to support her every step of the way. Fitting the mechanical legs was a long process. Maya had to come to the clinic many times for measurements and adjustments. Each time, the experts made the legs more comfortable and easier to use. Daniel was always there, encouraging her and reminding her that she was doing something amazing. First, standing with the mechanical legs was difficult. Maya's muscles were weak, and she felt scared she might fall. But with the help of the therapists, she learned to balance and take small steps. Each step was hard work, but it was also a victory. Maya smiled every time she moved a little further than before. Back in her town, the community followed Maya's progress with joy. They celebrated her small wins and cheered her on. Maya's story became a source of hope for many others facing their own difficulties. People saw how kindness, courage, and hard work could bring change. Maya's journey was not just about walking again. It was about regaining her freedom and dignity. She was no longer someone who thought she had to give up her body to be happy. She was a young woman who fought for her dreams and won with the help of others. Daniel felt proud to be part of Maya's story. His simple words, "You're not for sale," had given her the strength to keep going. And now, Maya was walking towards a new future full of hope and possibility. Maya's life changed in ways she had only dreamed about. When she first put on the mechanical legs, it felt strange and new, but over time she learned how to walk with them. Each day she practiced, she grew stronger and more confident. The joy of standing on her own 2 feet was something she had never felt before, and it filled her with happiness and pride. Walking gave Maya a new sense of freedom. She could move around her house, visit her friends, and even go to the market on her own. The world felt different now, brighter and full of possibilities, but the biggest change was inside her heart. She felt powerful and worthy, no longer trapped by her past fears and doubts. Daniel stayed by her side throughout this time. He never stopped encouraging her and reminding her how brave she was. He often told her, "You are not for sale. You are a strong person and no one can take that away from you." These words became like a shield for Maya, protecting her from the times when she felt tired or unsure. Maya's story spread beyond her town. People heard about her courage and the kindness that helped her. She became an inspiration to many, showing that no matter how hard life gets, there is always hope. Her journey was proof that respect, love, and support could change a person's life for the better. Maya started to dream bigger. She wanted to help others like her, who felt alone and without hope. She began speaking at local schools and community centers, sharing her story and encouraging others to never give up. Her message was clear. Every person deserves dignity, and no one should ever feel they have to give up who they are to find happiness. Looking back, Maya knew that her life was saved by a simple but powerful choice. Daniel's choice to see her as a person, not something to be bought or sold. That moment changed everything. It gave her the strength to keep going and the courage to believe in herself. Now, Maya walked with pride, not just because of her mechanical legs, but because she had won her freedom with respect and love. Her story was a reminder to everyone that true strength comes from kindness, hope, and the belief that every person is valuable just as they are.